What do we have? We only have fire. Block of ice. Hmm. Now we'll technically go see the captain quick. Actually, nah, we'll do the top. Level up. 777. Put it there in perception. Kind of tempting. It's also tempting. But use attack speed for each consecutive hit. Yeah, I'll get that one. Oh my god. What? That was the 5th time today?
It was the most painful thing I heard. I didn't know. I had no idea this is what happened to him. There were other things that required my attention. We were losing the war. I was needed. Everywhere. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing. I shouldn't have let go. Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war. And this proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces. And I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something.
Mm-hmm. Must. It really should. Whispers taken care of.
Just another peaceful moment.
Ow. Oh wait, I have potions on me that I don't want.
The less attention, the better.
Still considered stealing. And he doesn't have any tags. And we can... Huh. I mean, I could put, like, my own stash of sage in there. Oh. That's good. Let me put those potions back while I remember. There. And I'll go do this. Do the wood cutting. Quickly. I think we'll need some eventually. There we go. There we go. And I wish we could use the wood axe on like trees and stuff. make it more. This way will work. What am I doing? This way completely works. Did we take it out before? Oh. Hmm. That was close. Now let's see where this goes. Oh, right here first. Okay. And they were saying Plow has memory.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Oh my.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Fall Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom. For Avalon, you dream of peace. But without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal. But if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you created behind.
a different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Very true. I mean, there's definitely some truth in there. And I mean, you can tell Arthur was feeling guilty. You've gathered a new fragment of Arthur's soul, unlocking its hidden potential. Open the menu to explore the King's Soul skill tree, or visit a bonfire to develop new abilities. Nani? And whispers. Oh my. I still think this is awesome. It's so cool. More memories for Arthur. More. Did we level up again? Or no, we just got points. That's what it is. Hmm. Hmm. When you... This one is good. That one's good. My only question is there's 4 portions. Are we only ever gonna get 3 points? 1 point per thing? Or... Because that would make... No. Like, if it was meant to be 4, and they want us to have, like, 1 ability in each, they should have given us, like, 2 points right now. But I'm not sure. We'll have to see where it goes.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. Justified? No. Justification is for those who have the luxury of doubt. And I had a kingdom to save. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the battlefield. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved all, could have ended the war before more blood was spilled. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe their real stories were erased from history. Call it cruelty. Call it madness. But if I'd done nothing, there would be no Avalon left to argue over. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. And that has to mean something. I did. But this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving face. It was about survival. Truth about all this would have broken my people. I couldn't allow that. And a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone, so be it. I would make that choice again if I had to. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them. Wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised, and the kingdom stood safe. That's the question, isn't it?
It's a good question.
I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
That's all I gotta say. Just the voice acting there. I mean, it's not like heavy with emotion, but you can just feel the emotion behind it. And that makes it great to me.
You've got that look again, like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Ah, Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done. Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win. And desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar. Even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos. All of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do. Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who said we were supposed to survive? You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you.
As of now, I'm still, like, we're still kind of Arthur's side, like, teetering on the edge kind of thing. But what we've seen is he felt the guilt for every decision made. He just never always knew its true weight. Because so many things calling your attention. But again, like he said, I mean, he should have known. But
you cannot kill me, and I don't want to kill you. But if you want to fight me now, I'll grant your wish. At least I can do.
Huh.
Impressive hit, but it'll take more to defeat me.
Ah. I guess that's not the choice you make. I mean, I kind of want to make that choice just to see what happens if we do defeat him. Like, what the result would be. But,
You've got that look. Another piece. Merlin, the king. I was me, you, and they just fight back. You endure. That's what. Even if he did, every scream. Seawall was we could. You've seen what they did, what he did. Find the pieces of his. Either way, but know this: once he's whole, and when that moment, just remember.
really want to see where that goes. I really do. I really, really do. I think it could be interesting.
You
Okay,
cannot
well,
kill, but if you want.
one more time. That's what we're gonna try.
A good strike, but I won't fall so easily. Impressive hit, but it'll take more to defeat me. A good strike. All right, that's enough. You win. This changes absolutely nothing, but I hope you at least feel better about yourself. If you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The menhir there is failing, and the weirdness is swallowing what's left of the village. You will need... He was one of the king's finest. A voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield, and then, well, we will meet again. We'll see if your perspective changes.
That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Whoop. Oh, small chance. Finishers.
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone. Even when there was no king left to lead them. Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway. Losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth, our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back.
Huh. Huh. Oh wait, we can cook here, so. Boom. Done. Huh. Cook again. For some reason, this is how it happens. I don't know what's going on with it. There we go. Let me make sure.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
Time to make a weapon. Copper. You know what? Let me make... Oh no. There. Poison, iron sharpened. Almost feel like I should make a couple sets of these ones too. Feel like I should. Because I'm just using a standard bow.
Hey?
There we go. Handcrafting has finally gone up again. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Iron throwing knives. Gotta really start using up those copper ones. But guys, we're done for the day. Yeah, I know. But I gotta go. I actually went a little longer than normal. But guys, I mean, you know how it is. Everything's gonna be up on YouTube as always. I'll make sure of it tonight. I really don't have any announcements, as I've mentioned last week. This week I am starting full time, so tomorrow will be another day. But we're gonna do Throne and Liberty. The poll is closed officially. No one really voted for anything, so I'm just gonna do alternate days, like we started doing, rather than weeks. But if we start a new game, it'll obviously change over, and we'll do a couple solid weeks of one game for a little bit, just to keep that going. But with that in mind, guys, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you also have a wonderful day wherever you are around the globe, morning, evening, or night. And with that, remember, keep on gaming and keep on enjoying those games. Peace.